A blackout occurred in Bryansk due to an attack by Neptune missiles. The missiles were reportedly successfully shot down by the air defense systems of the Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation, but the substation was still significantly damaged. In the video from the scene, the city is blacked out, having lost power on the night of February 4th, just like in Belgorod. On the morning of February 4th, the governor of Bryansk region, Alexander Bogomaz, explained on his Telegram channel that the blackout of the regional center allegedly occurred due to a massive raid by Ukrainian Neptune missiles as well as strikes from HIMARS and attack drones. At the same time, the Russian Ministry of Defense assured that all aerial targets had been shot down. Bogomaz's post appeared at around 9 o'clock on February 4th. The official reported that due to the raid by Ukrainian missiles and drones, incidents occurred in the village of Linischevo, which is 17 kilometers from Bryansk, as well as in the Bezitsky district of Bryansk. According to him, there is some damage to houses and there are also injured people. At the same time, Alexander Bogomaz did not say anything about the blackout that occurred in the settlement 130 kilometers from Ukraine. Meanwhile, monitoring channels, for example, the Exil Nova Plus channel, are reporting an emergency situation in Bryansk. Footage from the scene shows a panorama of the city without lights. The official publication appeared almost at 2 in the morning on February 4th, and it was stated that the incident in Bryansk took place approximately 2 hours after a very similar blackout occurred in Belgorod. The Russian Ministry of Defense did not report the arrival of a Neptune missile in Bryansk. Instead, the Russian command wrote that on the night of February 4th, they allegedly shot down 24 Ukrainian UAVs, 11 of which were heading for Bryansk and 8 were heading for Belgorod. In a series of previous posts, there were mentions of Neptune strikes. For example, in January, the ministry's Telegram channel featured 8 mentions of the missiles. In total, this referred to 25 missiles. There have been no such statements in February yet. In turn, Fabian Hinz, a researcher at the Institute for Strategic Studies, expressed the opinion that Ukraine should simultaneously develop both the long-range Neptune and Flamingo missiles, as they serve different purposes and can effectively complement each other. The presentation of the long-range Neptune took place almost simultaneously with the unveiling of another Ukrainian development, the Flamingo missile. Hinz believes that investing in both projects is reasonable, as they serve different purposes and can effectively complement each other. According to him, the Neptune was developed as an anti-ship missile, while the Flamingo is a simpler and heavier concept with a longer range. A similar approach is currently being used in the United States, where sophisticated and complex cruise missiles are combined with cheaper analogs and strike drones to overwhelm enemy air defense systems. The military expert notes in the report, the number of available Neptunes and the pace of their production remain classified. It is known that the missile is already being used at the front. For example, on August 28th, a video appeared online showing a Ukrainian Neptune launcher damaged as a result of a strike by a Russian Iskander missile. At the same time, military expert, strategic analyst, and former SBU officer Ivan Stupak notes that it is not really worth comparing the new Ukrainian Flamingo missile with its Russian counterparts, since the latter have already been extensively used in practice against Ukraine. Expert Ivan Stupak acknowledges that the active discussion about Ukrainian missiles is a positive thing, but he emphasizes a significant but. Let's go back a little in time. Where is the Marichka drone? It's not there. The Trembita was called a cruise missile, but so far it doesn't exist. Peklo doesn't exist yet either, the expert noted. He emphasizes that the popularity of these developments in the media does not always reflect the real situation at the front or the use of weapons in combat conditions. And what do you think about this? Write your thoughts in the comments and we'll read them.